Hi, hello, welcome to Spell Day. We're covering a spell every single day of the year from the 5e PHB +3. Those +3 spells are homebrew spells. We're at +1 at the moment. You can get back in the playlist to find it. Today's spell is OTILUKE'S Resilient Sphere. This man loved spheres.
So if you have a little bit of OCD about me collecting bananas, as there were a couple people who were upset, go buy some bananas, scatter them around your house, and then go look for them. Oh, and then take the banana and shove it up your...
4th level evocation, cast a temp of 1 action, range of 30 feet, components verbal somatic material, a hemispherical piece of clear crystal, and a matching hemispherical piece of gum arabic. Hemispherical? Duration concentration up to 1 minute. A sphere of shimmering force encloses a creature or object of large size or smaller within range. An unwilling creature must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is enclosed for the duration. Nothing. Not physical objects, energy, or other spell effects can pass through the barrier in or out. Though a creature in the sphere can breathe there, the sphere is immune to all damage, and a creature or object inside can't be damaged by attacks or effects originating from outside, nor can a creature inside the sphere damage anything outside of it. The sphere is weightless and just large enough to contain the creature or object inside. An enclosed creature can use its action to push against the sphere's walls and thus roll the sphere of up to half the creature's speed. Similarly, the globe can be picked up and moved by other creatures. Disintegrate spell targeting the globe destroys it without harming anything inside it. I loved seeing this in the D&D movie. Nah, OTILUKE'S Resilient Sphere. I've seen it used only a few times. I've used it myself in a campaign for a dumb reason, and I mean, it's just an indestructible bubble you're throwing around something, or someone, or yourself. 4th level, little bit short range, 30 feet, but it's an action, and it's concentration for a minute, which I would say would hurt, but this is a combat stopper. Like in that situation that I mentioned, I used it. We were fighting, the party was fighting a single powerful enemy. There wasn't any mobs, there wasn't any, like, big danger, and they were a medium-sized creature. Throw on an OTILUKE'S, they failed the dex save, we have a minute to prep. Which, to be fair, Banishment does a similar thing if they're on the same plane, and Banishment would target Charisma instead of Dex, which Dex a lot of other things have saves on. But to each their own. If you don't want to prepare one or the other, you can still get the same effect. 1 minute concentration. Virtually the same if you're doing that minute prep party kill. Now the big thing, and is the fact you're immune, it's immune to all damage. No spell effect can go in or out. That's so good. Namely because you can still move it. Yes, the original scenario I just brought up is trapping something with it and having this be a fight ender, especially because you can move the target. So, also put it that, okay, the moving the target thing first. We're talking about how you can use this offensively. So yeah, you can't hit the creature on the inside with any of that, and they can move slowly with half their speed. Other creatures can move it as well. And while yes, they're not affected while within the sphere, while you're holding concentration on it, you can drop it at any time you want. Roll them to a cliff, roll them to a fire pit, roll them over the lava. Sure, the sphere's there for the moment, it's not gonna be in a second. Set up various effect spells, insect plague, several restraining spells held action for when it drops. Oh my god, anything held action really, but being able to prep and set dangerous terrain in the area and then move them into it already, and then letting it pop. And now using it defensively, if you're not having an enemy that can move you around yourself, you can go into the sphere or set your sphere on an ally, it could be a willing target, and roll through traps. The classic arrow hallway? Just simply set up a sphere and roll down it. Be the Indiana Jones ball. Or monkey ball. Oh, that's gotta be, oh man, monkey ball. That's a memory. Again, no magical effects outside of it. Or on the inside. But that doesn't count. While no spell effects or objects or damage can actually pass through it, in or out, it doesn't say anything about people on the inside already being immune to spell effects. So, you just set them up, bunch of different effects, bunch of different castings, they're cursed with 101 different damaging spells, and you throw a sphere on top of them so they can't hurt you back, and they're just boiling alive in there. Yeah, they can make saves to pass out of it after, but hey, can't fight back. It's a restrained spell without a restrained spell, and it's a banishment without it being banishment, because they're virtually out of the fight, but they can move, and you can move them. It's the same level as banishment, shorter range, and a different save, but I mean, this can be used as defensive, offensive, capturing, moving yourself over dangerous terrain. Does this float? Right before our last touch-up, Disintegrate can pop the sphere. Specifically that. So, unless you have a bunch of spellcasters running around with Disintegrate, it's not gonna do much. Well, I guess Dispel is the thing. 8 out of 10! Yeah, I know. Surprising. Maybe 7th. See, I want to bump it to 8. 7th because of the capturing. It's virtually fulfilling a similar role to banishment outside of permanently banishing something. But the leaving something in there to cook, virtually taking them out of the fight for a minute, down to 7. But it's because of the defensive options on your end as well, because you can also cast it willingly on another creature within 30 feet. So, need to protect the princess, need to protect the king, need to protect the healer that's about to go down, or someone that is bleeding out for the brief moment, or they're about to be killed, taken, banished, or whatever, bumping it back up to 8. If you get what I mean, especially because it's range. You can take an ally out of the fight briefly as well. Wow, they're holding concentration on an effect that's outside of the sphere already. Because yeah, they can't cast through it. But just like you can cast something on an enemy and then trap them, you can have a player or another character cast a spell outside of themselves, then have them in the sphere from someone else. Also, Eldritch Knight can pick it up because it's 4th level. That's a fun one.